All right. This is Hams from the patio, and we are multiplying decimals, and this will be part one. And so let's go ahead and get started on this. Now, when we're multiplying decimals, we don't have to worry about the decimal points when we're first multiplying. We can just multiply our numbers as if they were just whole numbers, and then we'll deal with the decimal points and its placement afterwards. And so, unlike adding and subtracting, we don't have to worry about lining up the decimal points like they are here in this first problem. Okay, we don't have to worry about lining up the decimal points. We can deal with the decimal points later after we count the places after the decimal point, and then once we get our answer, we can place our decimal in its proper position. So let's go ahead and demonstrate that on the first problem here, and then we'll work the rest of these. And so we're going to multiply this as if they were both whole numbers. Let me get my ink, and don't worry about it if you are already. I'll show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and get started here. And we see we have 74.5 times 8.6. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply these as if they were just whole numbers. 6 times 5 is 30, so we'll put the 0 here, we'll carry the 3. And 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. And so we'll put the 7 down and carry the 2 here. And 6 times 7 is 42, plus the 2 is 44. Okay, and now we'll just multiply 8 times those numbers here. Let's mark these out since we've used those. And 8 times 5 is 40, so we'll write the 0 here, place the 4 up here. And 8 times 4 is 32, plus 4 is 36. So we put our 6 here, and we'll carry our 3. That's a sloppy writing, that's a sloppy 3. But we have a 3 here. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 3 is 59. All right, and now we'll add these two products up here, and then we have 0. We'll bring this down, and 7 plus 0 is 7, and 4 plus 6 is 10. We'll carry our 1 here, and 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14, and then we'll carry the 1 here, plus 5 is 6. And so here we have an answer of 64070. Right now it looks like our answer is 64,070, but these were decimals. And so let's see how we place our decimal. We'll count the number of place values after our decimals. So I have one place value here after this decimal, which is in the tens place, that's a 5. And I have one place value after this decimal, which is the 6 in the tens place. So this is one place value here, one place value here. They both added together gives us two place values. And so what we do now, we'll just start at the very right of our answer. We'll start at the very right, and we'll count two decimal places back to the left. And that's where we will place our decimal. So we'll go 1, 2, and we'll place our decimal between the 0 and the 7 right here. And so therefore, then let's write our answer as we have it. Our answer now is going to be 640.70. All right, so 640.7. And you don't have to write the 0 at the end, but we'll just write it for visual purposes. If this were money, we'll have $640.70, right? And so that's how we'll place our decimal. And so I'll demonstrate that on the rest of the problems that we do here. And we'll work them just like we just did, multiply them as if they were whole numbers, and then place our decimal when we get our answer. All right, so let's look at the second one that we have here. 415.6 times 0.04. And we'll go ahead and multiply these out now. So 4 times 6 is 24. We'll put our 4 here, carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. So we'll write a 2 here and carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. And then 4 times 4 is 16. All right, and then we have 0 times all of this. You don't have to write anything since it's 0 because it's all 0, but I'll write it anyway. 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times 5 is 0, times 1 is 0, times 4 is 0. Again, you don't have to write those zeros there since 0 times any number is 0, but I'll just do it for visuals. And then we'll add these up, and of course, when we add all of these up, it's 0 plus all of this stuff. And there we have our answer. Again, like right now, it looks like it's 16,624. And that would be the case if they were whole numbers, but they're not. And so we'll take our decimal. How many places do we have after the decimal here? We have 1, 2, 3 places after our decimal. And so we'll start here to the right. the very right of our answer and count 3 places back to the left. 1, 2, 3. And our decimal will go between the two sixes. So our answer then is 16.624. All right, moving right along. And we'll come here on our sheet and we have 0.976 times 1.5. All right, and so we're going to multiply these as if they were whole numbers. And let's multiply this out. 5 times 6 is 30. We'll put out 0 here, carry the 3. 5 times 7 is 35, plus the 3 is 38. And we'll carry out 3 again. And 5 times 9 is 45, plus the 3 is 48. So we'll put the 8 here and carry the 4. And then 5 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. Okay, so we have 4,880. And now I'll multiply 1 times all of these. Don't need that now, but 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 9 is 9. And 1 times 0 is 0. And you can write that out there. You don't need to, but we'll do it for our purposes of addition here. And let's add these up. We'll bring the 0 down. And 8 plus 6 is 14. And then we'll carry our 1 here. 8 plus 1 plus 7 is 16. And then we'll carry our 1 here again. And 1 plus 4 plus 9 is 14. And then we'll carry our 1 here again. 1 plus 0 is 1. So we have 14640. And then we have 5 place values after our decimal. Let's do that in red. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 place values after our decimals here. And so we'll start here at the very end and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so right here in front of our answer, and so we end up with 0.14640 as our answer for this. All right, and you can put a 0 in the front if you want to. Don't have to, but you can. All right, and lastly, and let's multiply 98.05 times 0.031. And so here we'll multiply 1 times 98.05. It's 98.05. Oh, again, without worrying about the point. Didn't have to do that. Let's erase that. And then 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0, of course. And times 8 is 8. And times 9 is 9. And then we'll do 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. All right. And then 3 times 8 is 24. Carry the 2 here. 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 2 is 20. All right, and now we'll add these up. Oh, that line is crooked bad. Let's do that. I don't like crooked lines like that. All right, that's better. Okay, we'll bring the 5 down. We'll add these up. We have 5, 5. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 4 is 13. We'll carry the 1 here. 1 plus 9 is 10. And we'll carry the 1 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. And we have 303955. And we have, again, how many numbers do we have after our decimal place values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers after our decimal. And so we'll count 5 places from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll place our decimal between the 3 and the 0 here. And so we have for our final answer on this, 3.03955. That's a sloppy looking 5 here. It works. 3.03955. That's all there is to multiplying decimals. Okay, and that's it. That's all. I thank you for watching and I wish you much success.